Jordan at Scout here. Today we're talking about Scout Neighbor. It's one of my very favorite Scout solutions because it's all about social proof. Let's dive in. Scout Neighbor is really about marketing based on social trust. And how this works is we take your upcoming jobs or your completed jobs and we pull just the 3 to 5 to 10 nearest neighbors of those customers. So we can do things like, we're going to be in your neighborhood on this date, or we just were in your neighborhood. Here is your closest neighbor that trusted us. And the really key thing here is that repetition builds inevitability. So this house in the middle is really the house that's going to convert super well on everything you do because they're like Sarah, Sally, Greg, Bob, they've all used us, right? Because they're getting these hyper-local neighbor messages. Here's how it works. So you send us your completed jobs. These are jobs you've already done. You can optionally send us your upcoming jobs, generally as long as they're 2 weeks out. You provide us with your existing customers so we can make sure never to send to them, so we exclude those. We'll get the addresses of all of those neighbors of either the upcoming jobs or the existing jobs. You provide your basic company details, and we'll design personalized tracked postcards. So there's kind of a spectrum here. It might be as sort of generic as your neighbor Bob C at this address went solar on this date or had his kitchen updated on this date. And it can be so personalized as Bob C was so happy with their new countertops that they said this in their 5-star review. Here's a picture of Bob. And if you want, you can call him up directly. So we can put a tracked phone number in front of Bob's phone so that your leads can call your existing customers. And because we know who called, you can actually pay out your existing customers if those leads close. Just a kind of cool idea. And then, of course, we track everything. So we've got tracked QR codes on every single postcard. You'd be surprised how many people know how to use them and do use them because it's pretty convenient. Any camera app can natively scan them. And tracked phone numbers so we know who called from which campaign. So in a nutshell, that is Scout Neighbor. Feel free to chat with me. I'm in the bottom of sendwithscout.com. I'd be happy to answer your questions.